Hello and welcome to this session. Today we will discover how we change audio signals into FM signals and then back again using the OFC Trainer Kit. We will learn step by step how it is done, from tweaking the signal to understanding how it is decoded. Join us on this exciting journey through the world of sound and electronics.
Objectives. At the end of this session, you will be able to explain frequency modulation and demodulation and demonstrate frequency modulation and demodulation using OFC Trainer Kit by audio signal. Modulation is the process of varying a carrier signal's properties such as amplitude, frequency, or phase in accordance with the information signal being transmitted. The carrier signal acts as a carrier for the information, allowing it to be transmitted efficiently through a medium such as air in the case of radio waves or cables as in the case of wired communication. Need for modulation. Increase signal strength. The sender's baseband signals are not capable of direct transmission. The message signal strength should be increased so that it can travel longer distances. This is where modulation comes into play. Wireless communication system. Modulation eliminates the need for wires in communication systems. This is due to the fact that modulation is widely used in transmitting signals from one location to another at a faster rate. Size of the antenna. Signals in the 20 Hz to 20 kHz frequency range can only travel a short distance. The length of the antenna used to send the message signal should be 1/4 of the frequency used. As a result, modulation is required to raise the frequency of the message signal and increase its strength so that it can reach the receiver. Different types of modulation: amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and phase modulation. Frequency modulation. The modulation where the frequency of the base signal changes by superimposing it with a carrier signal having a different frequency is frequency modulation. Let us look into each block of the optical fiber communication kit. Function generator. This block in the kit generates the signal at different frequencies and waveforms such as sine, square, etc. Frequency modulation, or VCO. This technique encodes information onto a carrier signal by varying its frequency that changes the frequency of the function generator's signal based on the data to be transmitted. Emitter circuits. These circuits take the electrical signal possibly modulated by the FM unit and convert it into a light signal. This light signal is then launched into the fiber optic cable. Detector circuits. When the light signal reaches the other end of the fiber optic cable, these circuits convert it back into an electrical signal. Comparator circuit. Comparator circuits generally compare two signals and output a high or low voltage depending on the comparison. Phase locked loop, or PLL detector. This circuit helps recover the original data signal from the received electrical signal. Low pass filter. This filter removes high frequency noise from the recovered electrical signal, leaving behind the original data with minimal distortion. AC amplifier circuits. These circuits amplify the weak electrical signal received by the detector circuits, making it strong enough for further processing or analysis. Next, we will perform FM modulation and demodulation using OFC Trainer Kit using audio signal. For this, you will need the following tools and equipment such as Optical Fibre Communication Trainer Kit 1 number, Fiber Optic Cable 1 number, banana pins as required, CRO or Cathode Ray Oscilloscope 1 number, and probe 2 numbers. Let's now dive into performing FM modulation and demodulation using OFC Trainer Kit by audio signal. Step 1. Power supply connection. To ensure proper operation, let's start by establishing the power connections for both the OFC Trainer Kit and the Cathode Ray Oscilloscope, or CRO. Begin by plugging in the power cords of both devices into their respective power outlets. Double-check that the power switches on both devices are in the on position before proceeding. Step 2. Set up signal generation. Now let's set up the signal generation. Using the built-in function generator of the OFC Trainer Kit, generate a sine wave signal with a frequency of 1 kHz. Connect the suitable wire to the function generator input. Adjust the frequency and amplitude settings on the function generator as required. Typically, the frequency and amplitude controls can be adjusted using knobs on the front panel of the function generator. Step 3. Connect to the oscilloscope or CRO. Take a probe and connect it to the channel 1. Now connect the output of the function generator to the selected input channel of the CRO. Use the red probe for connecting the input signal and connect the black probe to the common ground. Step 4. Verify signal characteristics. Now observe the waveform on the CRO screen. Use the following equations for verification. Amplitude A is equal to number of vertical divisions multiplied by volts per division. Now observe the vertical divisions and volts per division on the CRO and calculate the amplitude. Time period T is equal to number of horizontal divisions multiplied by time per division. Observe the number of horizontal divisions and time per divisions and record the time period. Now calculate the frequency by observing the time period. Frequency F is equal to 1 divided by time period or T. Step 5. Perform frequency modulation or FM. Now connect the function generator output to the input of the voltage controlled oscillator of the frequency modulator block. Connect the signal output of the frequency modulator to the selected channel on the CRO. For this, use another probe and connect it to the channel 2. Connect the red probe to the output and black probe to the ground. Adjust the settings on the oscilloscope, such as the vertical and horizontal scales, to properly display the modulated signal waveform. Also adjust the time divisions and the volts or divisions of the respective channel. You should now be able to observe the modulated signal on the oscilloscope screen, which represents the frequency modulated output generated by the frequency modulator. Step 6. Prepare for transmission. Now connect the output of the frequency modulator to the input of the emitter circuit. Use a suitable cable to connect this output port to the input port of the emitter circuit. The emitter circuit likely has different operating modes, including analog and digital modes. For transmission through fiber optic cable, we need to set the emitter circuit to digital mode. The next step is to connect one end of the fiber optic cable to the emitter circuit's output terminal. Next, we will connect the other end of the fiber optic cable to the input of the detector circuit. Ensure the fiber optic cable is connected at both ends. Safety tip. It is crucial to handle fiber optic cables carefully to avoid damage to the fiber strands or connectors. Step 7. Demodulation setup. Connect the output of the detector circuit to the input of the comparator circuits. Ensure that this end of the cable is terminated with appropriate connectors compatible with the input port of the comparator. Next, we will connect the comparator's output to the input of the phase locked loop or PLL detector. Use suitable cables or connectors to establish this connection, ensuring that the signal path from the comparator to the PLL detector is properly connected. Step 8. Observe demodulated signal. Next, we will connect the output of the PLL detector to the input of the low-pass filter circuit. The low-pass filter circuit helps remove any high frequency noise or interference present in the demodulated signal. Next, we need to amplify the filtered signal to achieve a suitable amplitude for observation. For this, connect the output of the low pass filter circuit to the input of the amplifier circuit using appropriate cables or connectors. Connect the output of the AC amplifier to channel 2. Connect the red probe of the channel to the output of the AC amplifier circuit and the black probe to the common ground. Ensure that the signal path from the amplifier output to the oscilloscope input is properly routed and securely connected. Adjust the knobs of the comparator to see the signal correctly. Also adjust the time division knob to ensure that the waveform is displayed with the correct timing and resolution, making it easier to analyze its characteristics and features. Verify that the output signal taken from the amplifier circuit and the input signal are the same.
This brings us to the end of this session. In this session, we have learnt frequency modulation and demodulation and demonstration of frequency modulation and demodulation using OFC Trainer Kit by Audio Signal. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next session.